Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly Dungeon Master this evening, or this afternoon, or this morning, wherever this finds you, whenever this finds you. Today, we are carrying on with our quarantine campaign playing Advanced Dungeons & Dragons 2nd Edition. My camera is still backwards. Playing the 2013 adventure, Legacy of the Crystal Shard. C'est là. Whoop, whoop. And we are also drawing material from Wizards of the Coast's most recent adventure release, and that would be the Icewind Dale Rime of the Frost Maiden. So if you are intending on playing through this adventure, this session will have spoilers from that in it. So if you are intending on playing, if you are intending on playing, you may want to come back at another time to catch up. If you aren't playing that, or if you're just running it, or you don't care about Rime of the Frost Maiden, well then welcome. Let me introduce you to the Quarantine Crusaders themselves, the heroes of our Legacy of the Crystal Shard campaign. I'll go the order I've got you guys on the screen here. Why don't you tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what level are you currently? First up, we have Andrew.
Hello, everybody. I am Andrew. I am playing Kola Hammerstone, a dwarven specialty priest of Clangeddon of the 6th level.
Very nice. Next up is Brandon.
Hi, I'm Brandon. I'm playing Grim Buckman, a human wizard of the 5th level who's looking forward to being the 6th level once we get all these magical items identified today, hopefully.
Next up is a resident armorsmith, Dave.
Hey everybody, I'm Dave. I'm playing Lex Wiltshire. He is a half-elven ranger of Myliki, and he is level 7.
Very nice. Oh yeah, right. First to level 7 in this campaign, I think, right? Or no, it's moded. Tom got to level 7 first. Speaking of which, last but certainly not least is Mo.
Hi, I'm Morris. I'm playing Thomas, who is a 7th level fighter currently, and the goalposts for 8th level are just about in sight.
Very nice.
2 months.
All right. So, guys, last session, the last couple of sessions, we have spent dealing with the threat of Tekeli Lee, the spirit of hunger lurking within the caves of hunger. And 2 sessions ago, as I believe when you guys defeated him, what happened last time? Oh, God.
Need lots of magic items for Lex to get up to 8.
Yeah, guys, what happened last time?
Andrew wasn't here.
So we had the previous time we had defeated Tekeli Lee, the vampiric gnoll appearance, and then we had searched around and we'd come across another spirit of hunger. That we were nervous about because there wasn't very many people at sessions. So we're like, we fought the spirit of hunger, actually took the spirit of hunger down, and then destroyed the bones that were a skeleton that was in the icy chamber just to the northwest. We searched around a little bit further and we found yet another creature of hunger, a tentacled creature behind a wall of ice that was trying to get Lex and Southpaw to come forward. And while Lex had saved, Southpaw failed. So Grim cast Sleep on Southpaw, and we grabbed the wolf and hightailed it out of there, and decided maybe we shouldn't be going through all the caverns anymore. It's pretty dangerous down here. So we hunkered down in the tower where the wizards and clerics can get an extra spell level back, and rested up with the Goliaths. Unfortunately, Usko, as we suspected she might, raised from the dead in the middle of the night, and Lex had to put her down again, chop her head off, and stab her a few more times. And then in the morning, we trekked out in the snow to get past the Knoll encampment. We came across a frost giant, I guess it is. Riding a mammoth. Frost giant alone was like 24 feet tall, and the mammoth was ridiculously large. So it was threatening us because it was out hunting and we looked like easy prey. But we remembered that we'd come across the herd of Wroth, and that it had a different logo than the Frost Giant logo insignia was wearing. So we had was it Gernig?
Gernig, yeah.
Gernig that was negotiating for us in Jotun. He let the Frost Giant know that there was, a competing clan's herd of Wroth just over yonder, and the Frost Giant laughed and threw an elk down, like, here's a snack. I'm going to go and raid those Wroth. So we escaped the Frost Giant's wrath and were able to cross the river on the edge of Sky Tower Shelter Mountain, I guess.
Yeah, the foot of Sky Tower Shelter.
I would also add that we got a shimmering cloak and a staff that we were unable to identify from the from the Spirit of Hunger.
Yep. And
that the other hunger was an elder evil from before the time of the world named Father Limmick, according to our bard, and I'm sure that was not influenced by any books that Kev has been reading lately, but his 3rd edition review.
Are you kidding? If I can introduce Cthulhuid entities into any game, I'll do it.
I was hoping for a Tropos, the World-Born Dead, but
All right. So then, guys, and one other thing I would just add is that the creature that was the tentacle thing that was found in the ice, it was the wall through which you saw it was very similar to that strange translucent cave that stretched out very far in each direction, had shadows crawling across it as well. So almost as if space and dimension was being warped by something within that cave, or at the very least your perception thereof. So, guys, morning will be coming, which means, of course, the very worst of fates must befall you. Dave, would you kindly give us a weather roll? Weatherman!
Ha! Take that.
There we go. So the wind is not that bad today. There we go. Oh my goodness! The reason, for those listening at home, the reason we're laughing is because the city where Dave and I live, we just had a pretty horrific windstorm on Thursday or Friday. It was Wednesday, right? It was Wednesday.
Yeah, because we played that day.
Yeah, and it was so bad that it actually broke one of my trees in my backyard and took out a fence. And it took us very little time before we were making jokes about Dave rolling for the weather for it. But again, Dave, this is a pretty good weather. There is some snow today. The snow is not coming down that hard, and there's very little wind. So a little credit for the weatherman when he doesn't. All right. However, I guess unfortunately, it's nice that there is no wind going up here, but the snow will make it still a little more difficult to make your way, to make the ascent up the mountain. Let's see what interesting things happened to you today. Anyone have to prep spells?
I suppose I'm going to be prepping some identify.
Well, unless we're going to be staying still for the day.
Well, we can
the
get
weather's
to
good.
Sky
Should we be
Tower
moving?
Shelter. It won't take us very long.
We're not far from the Sky Tower, so I think.
All right, I guess I'll take some time to prep that. An identify spell too.
Okay.
Is it 3rd level? I think it's 3rd level, right?
What's 3rd level?
Identify.
Identify is 1st level.
Oh, wow. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, 1st level. It's just
Yeah,
that
there it is.
your chance of identifying at 1st level is not great.
I'll take out my burning hands, I guess.
Okay. Now, once again, the pace of making your way up the mountain will be, the fact of going up the mountain is going to be a little challenging just because of the falling snow. An exhausting endeavor, nonetheless. I think we're going to do, say, 3 fatigue checks on your way up here. You guys aren't wandering around this time. You are just going straight in the direction the members of the clan from Sky Tower Shelter.
They know the way home?
They know the way home. They most certainly do. And here we go.
Well, that's good, because last time we left it to our ranger.
Okay, let's see here. I'm just writing down the clan names so I don't have to keep looking them up again. Akhenathi and Tunlakalaga. All right. So.
Sounds like a DM only note.
It really is. All right. So
some of those,
what I need from... Oh, what was that, Dave?
I was making some of those this morning for my Salt Marsh campaign.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so what I need from you guys then, please, is... Looks like Tom is well ahead of me. If everyone could give us a Constitution check. This will be the first leg of your journey up the side of the mountain.
Success.
Grim looks like he's okay. Tom's okay.
Oh, no.
Oh, Cola.
Already.
All right.
Stumpy, you need some help?
Yeah, you guys are sort of stomping over the snow. Cola's plowing right through it. It's chest high. Now, do you wish to... this is something you could spend Astonishing Fortune on if you choose to.
5 minutes into the session? No.
Okay,
well, it's only going to get harder from here.
Yeah, so the downside to that, though, is that you would become fatigued, which means -2 to all your scores.
And you have 2 more checks to make.
Yeah, and because your wisdom is high enough that you've got bonus spells, you would lose some of the prep spells.
God, well, when you
people
put it
let's
like
just
that...
have equal meta currency.
You're a hardy dwarf. You probably pass it if you try it again, right?
I don't know. Well, okay. All right.
Yeah, 14.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. There you
Okay,
go. All right. So the first leg, it seems as if Cola is just lagging a little behind. Lex makes a comment to him, and he redoubles his effort and stomps his way up to catch up to everyone. You guys
Calls him
take...
Stumpy.
Yeah.
Hey, Stumpy, are you okay?
He's doing that dickish elf thing of walking on the snow.
Yeah, I just scowl at him.
All right, so then you guys take your first rest. Everyone seems to be doing okay. The Goliaths say, I think what Garanig does is as you guys start leaving your second, the second leg here, Garanig starts singing a marching song. It's something that when the Goliaths are kind of wanting to keep a pace, they've got a chant that they do. So he starts into this song, and you guys all, if any of you join in on this as well, you will get a +1 to your Constitution score for the purpose of your next fatigue check.
Oh, hell yeah. I'll join in.
Gee, let me think long and hard about whether or not I will sing
No,
along.
I'm not singing. All right. And then
I will. Cola is not a very good... Actually, you know what? As a priest, he's probably used to chanting and stuff, so maybe he's not half bad.
Yep. All right. So then if everyone could kindly give me another Constitution check, please. Yep,
Okay,
no
I'll
problem.
sing. So,
You'll take the bonus. Excellent.
Singing along.
Cola. Pretty
Oh,
good.
yeah.
2 from Mo. Yeah. So yeah, you guys are making your way up, and even the other 2, in spite of coming from the Akhenathi tribe or clan and not the Tunlakalaga, the other 2 members of your group, Jellicoe and who's the other one left?
No, it's only one. It's only one, because Usko's from the other clan and she died.
Oh no, but I'm saying because Garanig is not from here, right? So it's the other 2, the 2 members of the Akhenathi. They're singing.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Then, yeah, you guys get further up, and because you guys rolled so well, I think what one of you spots flying overhead is a dark-colored flying creature. And it circles overhead. It then heads back towards the peak. And then shortly thereafter, while you guys are still, either while you're resting or once you kind of start going up again, you find that it returns with 3 others. And these are griffin-riding Goliaths from the Akhenathi tribe. So they arrive, and they land with. You would think that these things would have difficulty on the vast mountain slopes, but they land and then immediately check in with the ask the other surviving members of the Akhenathi what's happened in Jotun. And there's a bit of back and forth and whatnot. And then I think probably not Joliku. Bocho comes back and says they've offered to help with some of the load. We're not far now. If you have anything you wish to unload, they will take it back for us. I'm not sure if you guys have any extra loads or not. I think you guys are pretty judicious with your encumbrance.
Yeah, I think I think the glass are carrying some of the stuff because Thomas is a bit knackered for carrying at the moment.
Okay. Oh yeah, right. Your strength's down to like a 10, isn't it?
I wasn't bringing all the really heavy stuff anyway.
Okay. Anybody else? No.
I think I'm okay.
All
Yeah, I
right.
think I'm okay.
Then, guys, you are able to get up. Why don't you all give us one more Constitution check while I get us to the correct map.
Well, we're there anyway.
Well,
It's more the spells effects and minuses to everything.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that's a success, assuming we're still doing the marching song.
You are, yes. Yeah.
Oh, wait, I failed. Never mind. I got that carrot thing wrong.
All right, so you are pretty knackered. Oh, so is Cola, actually. Jeez.
Yeah, cool. And yeah.
Yeah. All right. So the rest of you guys are able to arrive without incident. Let me make sure I got all the right characters in here. Is that? Let me grab.
That's right. The two guys that are tired are the ones that are going to use con draining spells to try and identify stuff.
That's right.
Yeah. Whoop.
It's all temporary. It's all temporary. You'll be fine.
Whoopsies. I accidentally hit exit the game. Give me a sec here.
Yeah, I've got the.
And it does not approve.
Just most certainly does not approve. There we go. Well, all right. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, let me reorganize. I may have to refresh to get everyone's cameras back as well. Yeah, Anna does not approve. Dad, what are you doing? Shh.
Bush League DM, I think that's what she just said.
Seriously. All right, here we go. Here we go. Now we're all back. Let me hit reconnect. Boom. So I am missing Brandon and Dave, so I mean you guys to hit refresh.
Alrighty.
And grab your tokens here. Dave, you're back. Oh, there we go. And Brandon, you're spinning, so I see that as promising. Okay, Ostin. And let's see here. So Usko's dead.
While we're doing that, the ones that are down, you didn't tell everyone else, did you? It was just the two of you?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you sort of like dealt with it and maybe didn't go into any detail.
Say again, Mo? I didn't quite catch that. What do you?
I think when you put down Uno Pinestalker in the night, I'm fairly sure the people that did it didn't say anything to anyone.
Yes, that's right.
Obvious,
Yeah.
right? It's pretty obvious, though. I severed her head and stabbed into the body a bunch of times.
Okay, now I lost everybody but Dave. This is kind of a...
But you are
Yeah.
insignificant in this process.
I don't even have you right now, Brandon. So,
All right, let's try this again.
here we go.
It really only matters what Kev has, because that's streaming.
Yeah.
I know. I just, for one time, I just want to get Dave, and I never do.
Appreciate it,
Can you
Brandon.
see it
Appreciate
in
it.
the Google Meets?
Okay, I want some-
Now I don't have. Now all I have is Andrew and Mo. I don't have Kev or Dave.
My
Yeah.
condolences. No one wants to stare at my ugly mouth the whole time.
yeah, I don't see Dave either.
Okay,
Oh,
now I got Kev.
I got Brandon. I don't have Dave. That's the only person I'm missing.
I will reconnect once more.
Here we go. Big money. There we
Back to.
got everybody. Okay,
Good.
so guys, let me bring you over to
Must have miscounted.
Sky Tower Shelter. So, you guys are welcomed back in and brought back in amongst the surviving members of the tribe. It seems that the word has reached you, or have reached here for what you guys have accomplished. I'm going to get rid of Usko's token just because we don't really need it any longer.
Alas, poor Usko.
Mm-hmm. And while there is initially a little bit of standoffishness with Gernig, very, very quickly, Bocho, throws his arm around him and, cries out that Gernig is a brother, and is a brother to the Akhenafi. And they drag him in. Remember that even though he is a bard and a performer and whatnot, he is quite laconic. He's not really a boisterous character otherwise. So you guys are brought in, and you are also able to reacquaint yourself with the druid in the tribe as well. Where is she? I think this is her here. Yep. And her name was Kaniaka. So, as you guys are sort of brought in, Kaniaka is brought in, and then it's the chieftain, Rockbiter. He's also would be in this scene too. Yeah, Arn Rockfist, not Rockbiter. Arn Rockfist.
He's a bit of a rock biter sometimes.
He is a bit of a Rockbiter, yeah. So, as you guys are sort of brought into this crowd, you can picture that once again, the collection of the Goliath tribe is all kind of crowding in, trying to overhear what's being said. Fortunately, the caves that make up Sky Tower Shelter are almost designed to do that, to carry the sound out. So she steps forward first before Arn says anything, and she says, "You are down one. There is one warrior missing. But are you successful?"
Boy, we took care of it.
She nods. Then the spirit of hunger. The spirit of hunger is defeated. And she calls out, and there's sort of a kind of murmuring through the crowd. And she says, then you must share this to honor Usko Pinestalker and to see her through to the Hall of Heroes. We will celebrate her with where is it called here? Sorry.
Game of Goat Ball.
Goat Ball is one of the things that definitely they have. But there is
A little tired for that.
it shall be the game of boasts. You will share what you've done, the heroic tasks that you have each performed. And all of you are kind of a little taken aback, but this is not something you've seen before. And she points at Gernig and she says, and we will have, Gernig will boast for Usco and share with us the heroics that that led her to glory and to the world beyond. And if there's anything else you guys want to ask of her, the crowd kind of like, ah! And what they're going to be doing now is getting ready to celebrate. This is going to be, all morning I've had the, Ewok celebration song from the original release of Jedi in my head. And thinking about this, and that's what you guys are going to be in for, is a very, very, very big celebration to celebrate. So, anything you guys wish to do as you guys get settled in here? You are provided a cave once again to for your own use. Who are the ones who were fatigued?
Cola, myself.
Yeah, so I think they probably can pick up just how knackered you are. So they bring you aside, and it's probably Bocho is the one who would be keeping an eye on you guys. I think Lex, you probably picked up as well too. Just as a ranger, you're used to not only at least over the past few months, you've come to learn to not only keep an eye out for yourself, but also keep a status of your allies. Bocho does the same. So you guys are brought over and kind of given, there's not a big deal made of it, but they give you a chance to sit down, catch your breath, and recover. Unfortunately, you would have lost. Yeah, if the Grim doesn't need to worry about this just because it doesn't get any bonuses from intelligence, but because you would have lost 2 wisdom, I don't know how many spells that would have been, how many bonus spells, Cola, but you would have lost access to those.
I lost wisdom, or I thought constitution is a rid of being natural.
No, you lose 2 to everything.
Oh, right.
Fatigue is
Okay,
is pretty brutal.
Yeah, that would have probably diminished me back down to the bare minimum levels of each of my spell slots. So,
well, because
I
get them pretty early. What is your wisdom? Your wisdom's quite high, isn't it?
My wisdom is 18 to start, so I still would have access to a lot of my stuff.
Yeah, I think it's only like maybe 1 or 2 second level spells that you would lose.
Yeah, here we go. 16. Oh wait, no, I got to go to the wisdom scores. Never mind. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I would only lose a couple of first level.
And a fourth.
And I have 4 or 5 first level spell
there you
slots, so I can say that it's the cure light wounds.
No.
I still have the
it's your highest level spell you lose because your wisdom grants you.
Oh.
Like Dave just said, 17 and 18 gives you a 3rd level spell and a 4th level spell. So you don't need to worry about the 4th level, but you lose one of your prepped 3rd level spells.
Okay, all right, that's fine. So that's probably going to be. Oh, I don't know. I've got 3 here. Create food and water, dispel magic, and prayer. So I can't make any food.
There you go. Okay. So
But
then
I rest.
you guys get settled in. You're provided some food, and you can see the preparations are being made to have this big celebration. If any of you think to ask what the game of boasts is, then what they'll tell you is that they will be fishing out. Every tribe has this enormous, Stein type thing carved from a giant, mammoth bone. And there's pictures on that have been carved on the side of the heroic deeds of the tribe. What they do is they will fill this thing up with mead, and then they'll pass it around in a circle, and each person takes a turn to drink and then tell their boast and whatnot, and then they pass it on to the next person, and so forth. And that's how the evening passes.
Okay.
So you will be expected to boast about one of your achievements in defeating the spirit of hunger of Tekele Lee.
Meat in hand.
What's this I see?
I don't have
You've made a successful perception check. It's an excuse to day drink.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Exactly.
Kevin,
Drinking before noon
come on. Why do you need an
Drinking-
excuse?
Yeah.
Drinking for noon doesn't mean you have a problem. It just means you're a pirate.
Absolutely not. No. All right. So then, do you guys have any questions, or are you gonna just?
I had a couple things. First, I wanted to ask her. Could you? My wolf friend over here is a little bit bent out of shape. Would you have any abilities to bring it back to good form?
she looks and she says, "There are those among us who are gifted in the working of stone. We will see what can be achieved."
Appreciate it.
They patch him up with some spackle. He's got all these like spots
I
on him. Grim was hoping for a mending spell, but
Yeah,
no,
it's like, you know that the picture that was making the rounds when that old lady tried to restore that Renaissance painting and ended up making it look like a Monchichi. That's basically.
Oh yeah.
That's what you're gonna get. It's,
Oh God.
or the Christian Ronaldo statue.
yeah.
That one. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, God.
So then you guys. So that that's what I was one. Did you have another question as well too, Brandon?
Well, I wanted to tell her about Father Limerick at some point, but maybe we'll do this after the celebrating because I don't think she'd want to. That's going to dampen the mood a little bit.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Then is there anything else you guys wish to do while you're? I think that the Bocho and Jellicoe will make a point of making you guys feel welcome and introducing you to other members of the tribe as well too, and Gernig as well. Chief Rockfist seems a little standoffish with this too. I mean, he's not overly aggressive or whatnot with you guys, but I think that let's say again.
He was hoping we'd fail.
I'm not sure. It's tough to read, you know. Like he
Probably likes the status quo. He probably likes the fact that there's been this animosity and he doesn't have to be nice to anybody.
Yeah. Well, I mean, given the conflicting stories between the two, it's tough to tell whether, whether one of their tribe's versions of events is true and the other one is false, or whether it's somewhere in between or whatnot. Seeing how important the griffins are to these people, like you can even, when you guys have spent time in here and going around, you've seen them like tenderly feeding these things from the time they're chicks. So like the act of a griffin, is not it's not in any way, shape, or form a tamed animal, right? Like the only way to really successfully bond yourself with something as wild and predatory as a griffin is really to bond with it from the time it comes out of its egg. So these things would be, you think of the connection that dog owners would have or whatnot with their pets, and you magnify that over the course of, this primal bonding experience that they go through. It's I mean, the what is uncontested between the two different versions of the stories is that members of the Toonlakalaga did arrive and slaughter a griffin. So, he seems to be kind of standing back and is not, he's not interacting very much with things, at least unless it's absolutely necessary for him to do so. But he isn't, like, the way that you guys dealt with him before, or encountered, remember, he was quite belligerent about trying to, like, either set impossible tasks for you guys or shitting on the efforts that you were making to try and unite the two tribes again. So this is a change. It's a change for the positive. Anything else you guys wish to do before we get to the party?
Should we cast the identify spells now, or if we're going to be partying, we're not going anywhere?
Identify takes you 8 hours to spell, and it would have taken you guys all day to get here. So
yeah, never mind.
Is anybody hurt that needs? Do we have any healing?
Bocho is down to 14, but he'll recover that tonight. Jellicoe is down to 17 out of 21, but she'll mostly recover that tonight. Lex, you're pretty banged up. Still down by 19? 11, down by 11. Wait, I can't add. 21. Holy smokes.
Anybody else?
Nope, I don't think so.
Okay.
Oh, look at this.
Hey! There he is.
Somebody heard party.
Of course, he shows up when the booze is going around.
Yeah. Now, let me
partying and the gambling. He didn't hear any of that.
No. So let me grab, where is
All
store?
right, 8 hours.
Okay, gotta grab store's token, which I think is the campsite, maybe? There's cola. Okay.
I think we left the store with the elder one. They were having a detailed conversation about the afterlife.
Oh yeah, where the heck's my token?
Oh, I forgot to put it in here. Boom.
That's fine. I see how it is.
Okay.
Oh wow, I actually could use some healing. Look at that. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hobbs, what's shaking? Oh, you're muted. You're still muted.
Biscuit.
All right, let me grab store. Hold on here. Where are you hiding, store? Where are you hiding? Where are you at?
You've come just in time for the partying, drinking, feasting, and swapping of boasts.
Oh, great.
Yep. You're almost at the game of boasts. So start figuring what you may have to boast about.
Essentially, we got to pass around a huge stein, drink out of it, and tell our best story.
Yep. Okay, where are you, store? Let's go. Geez, where did I put your token, Hobbs? Like I hid you somewhere, but I don't know where I put you.
I would check it.
Falcarel.
Dragon's Hoard.
Let's see
I
here.
am the most valuable treasure.
Most definitely. But I'm asking about your character. Oh!
Oh, shoot. No.
Here we go. Okay, let's bring everyone back here. Oh, Brandon, I just lost you.
Yeah, I lost everybody here. Jeez.
All right. Here we go. Oh, I see you spinning. You're back. You're back, baby.
All right.
All right, here we go. We got
Yeah,
everybody.
that's not a giant.
Let me shrink it down. Pew, 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 pew. All right, Store is also injured. So Store is down to 31 out of 57. So if anyone has any healing spells they wish to unload, they are welcome to do so now. I'm going to put the pets in a different room here. Put the Goliath in that same room so we can cut down the number of very long... Oh, that's Cola. Very long names.
I think Jellicoe used her spells before we left.
That sounds right, yeah.
Except for
top.
Shillelagh. She hasn't used Shillelagh today.
Okay. So then, Hobbs, to bring you up to speed, where you guys made it back to Sky Tower Shelter, and you're just it's the hours or hour or so before you guys have the celebration to celebrate you guys coming back. There will be the game of boasts, so you will be expected to share your most the most heroic thing that you did, and Garanig is going to be expected to speak for the now departed Usko.
Is this, just for clarity, is this something that happens before or after they offer those of us like Grim and I who are exhausted, like we are offered the opportunity to rest and catch up? Is this after that?
After
so we're
that,
like, okay,
yeah.
now?
You guys need 2 hours to recover from being fatigued, and it'll be basically right at the start of the shindig is when you guys will be recovered.
And then opportunities for like using, if we wanted to identify magic items, whatever we could. I assume that we're thinking about doing that the next day.
As we said to Brandon, identify takes 8 hours to cast.
Right. Okay. Yeah, we'll be completely unable to participate otherwise. Okay.
I mean, you could pull an undergrad student trick and try and study all night, but you know
that's not just an undergrad trick. How do you think I got through the PhD?
Yeah, fair dues. College student, I should say. Although I do get, so from some of the juniors that do work for me, I do get stuff coming in at like 3 a.m. I'm like, this doesn't show that you're working hard. It shows that you're poor at planning your time. So,
or not finding a proper work-life balance.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Then, guys, what? Anything else you wish to do before we settle down? Anyone? So you would have a chance while you're resting, Cola. And you're the only priest today. You could cast healing spells if you choose to.
Yeah, let's do some of that. So Store and I are. I can't see my token, by the way.
Your token is right here.
Like it's covered underneath the. Oh, okay. It was just underneath. I couldn't see it because it's underneath the fog of war,
Yours is underneath. Hold on. Can you see?
or the line of sight blocks it off.
Let's see here.
So, for example,
oh yeah,
I
your
see
token.
this line right here. Okay, there you go.
There you go.
There we go.
Okay, mention.
Okay, so Store and I think need some help, so I will do that.
Okay, I think Alexa as well.
2 cure light, 1, 2,
You guys first.
Okay.
3 cure moderates. Okay.
I think Austin got a bit banged up as well. I think I'm good just to naturally heal the rest because I'm almost at max.
Okay.
Store, I have 2 cure moderates, so 1 on you, 1 on me, 7 each. And then I've got 3 cure lights. So let's do Store, Lex, and me. So there you go.
All right.
Austin can have Lexus.
Yeah, so I accidentally deleted his token as well. All right, Ocean. Sorry, Ocean gained how much?
That would be 7.
7. Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good. So he's at 36 now. Nice. All right. So then, you guys settle down. For those of you who were fatigued, you are no longer fatigued. You are brought much food, much drink, and the what they call it. There's this very, very strong kind of like whiskey tasting liquor that they give you, and they call it stoking the fire. So, in spite of you having to drain, Hobbs, you're about to participate in a drinking boasting competition, and you'll be drinking from an enormous stein that was carved from like a mammoth's bone that has the pictographic history of the tribe on the outside of it, and you will be drinking from it, sharing your story, and then passing it off to someone next. So,
Stein.
then,
An enormous stein. Pictograph. Ooh. The castle on the
Dave's
top.
entire. This may be a reference that only Dave might get, but this is you're effectively living in the tickle trunk, where just constantly new props coming out.
Hey yo!
It's a Canadian kids TV show that had the tickle trunk.
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, that's right. Mr. Dresser would still be around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm looking this up.
It was amazing.
If you search just tickle trunk, you may find different results than what we were referring to.
Yeah, look up Mr. Dresser.
Totally
Well, that might also get you some weird responses.
Yeah. All right.
All I remember is the Big Comfy Couch was a Canadian kids TV show. That's the one I remember.
Oh, okay.
It's like,
Yep. All right.
I
So
don't think
then,
I was from that.
so you guys settle in, and then the if everyone agrees to stoke the fire as well too, you feel a bit of warming in your bones, and a little bit of your worries feel like they're dropping away as well. And Tom, you can actually restore one of your lost strength points.
All right, is that every shot? Thank you.
This is medicine. It is not. It is most certainly not every shot. However, you guys did have a minor celebration yesterday as well, and Cola, you can restore one more charge to the ring from that. I know
From
Cola wasn't
yesterday?
here, but you guys did. That was a big celebration. Tonight's festivities will most definitely restore one charge as well.
So I might as well just put the 2 down then.
Yep. I mean, there's going to be an attack from a Fang Dragon, but still, you know,
Oh,
for
okay.
what good it'll do you, take an extra charge, by all means.
We're 1 away from being able to do another restoration for our. Oh no, that's at the other Goliath place, the Krokra.
Yep.
Or Aarakocra.
We're not wasting it on an NPC. Sorry, dude.
I'll just wait till I'm 7th level then.
Okay. All right. So then,
Tom's
guys.
like Tom's down to a bazillion points. We're not going to heal some unknown NPC inconsequential to the campaign.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
Jeez, why are you so
Oh yeah, the
selfish,
black ice
Dave?
is gone now. I can't do
having
that.
having access to more allies against the White Witch. I mean, you have no.
Cole's thinking big picture.
All you got. Dave's been playing so much. Wow, I know. All I need to do is dangle an achievement in his face, and he'll chase after it. Okay, so then, guys, what happens next is you guys are all brought in. Everyone is crammed in here. There's drum players who kind of set up in one area, and they quickly get Garanig to join them as well. And the way that the thing starts off, you can picture it's the like a packed small pub almost. The warm reflection of the big bonfire in the center has nice soothing orange reflections coming off of the wall. There's already people who are sort of kind of singing to themselves. You can picture that, that it's that scene where people are milling about and you hear the sound of the musicians kind of tuning things, and then finally they're like, okay, we'll sit down. And the I think it is going to be Chief Rockfist who stands up first before everything. And there's a low kind of like very, very soft drumming coming from the musicians, almost like the sound of like rolling kind of like if you cross like a bowran with a timpani drum. That's kind of the timbre of it, and the caves themselves just carry this sound around and amplify it as well too. So it almost sounds like you're caught in the middle of like the moment of rolling thunder before it crashes with a with a further lightning strike. And he gets up and says that and I think we've got an illustration for him, don't we? We do. And he stands up and says that tonight we speak a name not spoken by our kind on other days. Tonight we call out to Kuliak. Kuliak, and there's kind of like a murmuring through the crowd as well too. Kuliak, the one outside the fire, the one who waits and watches, the one who brings those from this world to the next. We will sit and we will drink and we will sing of the hero, of the valor and the bravery of those departed, both recent and in past. And we will tell Kuliak, when she comes for us, what she can expect and who we are. And there's kind of a roar from the tribe. And there's the drummers now break into things as well too. There's a flute playing somewhere as well that has this. It's a great big reedy thing that probably is made from bone as well. So it has a low, almost like it doesn't have a high piping kind of quality to it, but like a low, somber quality. And the when he sits down, well, I guess first he announces to Kuliak that I am Arn Rockfist Akanathi, chieftain of the Sky Tower Shelter. I, who slew a giant, and I, who mastered the Yeti plague. I, who soar the mightiest peaks on my griffin. Pooh, pooh, pooh. He hits 3 times and sits down, grabs the big mead thing, and takes a massive swig out of it, puts it down, everyone cheers, and then it's passed along. And I think let's do the order I've got you guys on the screen here. So next, this enormous stein is passed to Cola, Too, too, too.
Oh.
And you can hear from the crowd, "Who are you? Who are you?"
Cola's a little put off, unsure, especially how to follow that up. But he takes the stein, which of course is also that much bigger because of his short stature. It's like he's, holding it more like this. I am Cola Hammerstone of the Valley. I who have stared down Yeti face to face and told them to run, and they did. And I take a big swig.
Whoa! You put it down, pass it over to Thomas.
Okay. I am Thomas the Squint. I faced the White Witch at the gates of Rinshanda, and I went with Uno Pinestalker the Bold into the Caves of Hunger. Many foes deep in the Caves of Hunger she fought, battling the Howling Hunger, a hero for the ages, her head so proud, her face so fair, her limbs at rest. We lay her to rest tonight, so say we all.
You take a big swig of the stein. It feels heavier than it should to you, but you put it down, and it is passed over to Grim.
All right. Lower your eyebrows, for I'm Grim Buckman. Some might call me the living alchemical fire. Bane of cloakers everywhere.
Nice. And it is passed to Lex.
I am Lex, son of Leoric. I traveled 6 moons to the north from a faraway place that never gets cold. And in a battle against fearsome foes, when all of my friends had fallen, and my quiver running dry of arrows, I scampered around, pulling arrows from dead foe, until our final foe had fallen, and I was able to revive my friends.
Big drink for Lex as well, and it passes to Store.
Store is momentarily humbled by all of the people, and he'll finally answer of his own. I am Store, shipbreaker. I have given up my past to join my fellows. I am Store, caravan leader. I am Store, hunger killer. And I am Store, friend to all of you. So thank you. Drink up.
What do you wish to say? There's 2 other people who would need to speak here. One of them would be Gernig on behalf of Usko, and the other would be Ostin on his own behalf.
Whoa.
Who would like to do the toast for Gernig on Usko's behalf, and who would like to do the toast for Ostin?
I think you need to do Ostin's voice, though, because that's... Somebody should write Ostin's in the chat and let Kevin say it. Because Kevin does Ostin's voice like awesome.
So then I will think of what Ostin's toast will be. He is like Story. He is a little... he is quite... he's not boastful. This is... but he does know, when in... mountaintop Rome, you do as mountaintop Romans do. What about Gernig? Or what would Gernig say of, what do you call it, of Usko?
I think he would also, be solemn in the moment of glory and excitement from all the heat and drink, but he would say, I am not Usko, but I speak for her. She who was first to battle and last to bed, may we all do the same and lives our lives as she had.
And that's when Chieftain Rockfist gets up and he's crying out, "Hear her name, Kuliaka! Bring her to the Hall of Heroes! Hear her! She belongs at that long table, and everyone kind of, "Rah!" And they start chanting Usko's name over and over. Usko! 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 And when that finally dies down... Nice, okay, so then Osin gets up. I should have got a glass of water. Osin gets up and says, first he rises in his normal form, and then he grows to the full, half bear form that you know him most commonly in. And he says, I am Osten, friend of Longclaw, and these chosen heroes. I, with them, have faced the cold light walkers, the risen dead, the eternal hunger, and we will stand against the perfidy of the White Witch. And at that, everyone cheers as well too, and the cheering you kind of hear from the crowd is that they're all like, yeah, she must die. Ah, blah, blah. They seem to have identified the White Witch as a foe of all who inhabit the northern lands as well. I'll use the word perfidy at any excuse I can, Hobbs. I fucking love that word. So then, with that, you guys, it is a huge party. The boasting continues on, and everyone from step out of the cradle to step away from the grave, everybody is sharing and participating in this boasting thing. Some of the younger members of the tribe have to have someone help them with the boasting stein, but it is a raucous party. You guys probably meet another several members of the tribe in the course of the shindig. Tell me a little bit about how your characters would be participating in this stuff. Like, would you be sticking around and getting to know everybody, whooping it up, celebrating that the spirit of hunger is defeated, that you lived when others died on that task? Or would you be looking for solitude? What do you think, guys?
I think Lex is maybe one of the first to drift away, and he goes and he sits in one of the little quieter caves. He'll sit near the edge so that he can still be seen physically.
I think they call that an elvish exit.
Yeah. So yeah, he'll go and sit in one of the smaller areas, or near the doorway at least, where he can, reach back and tuffle the fur of Southpaw, and
Southpaw is happily curled up and gnawing on a bone that was provided to him, drenched with meat on it. But when he comes up, when you come and sit next to his head comes up and he kind of nuzzles you. You tussle the hair on his on his head, and then he goes back and happily starts chewing on the bone. Where's your mind going, Lex?
Lex is always thinking big picture, and so he's thinking about, this hopefully was worth it, and that hopefully we found some allies to help us against the White Witch, but ever back to we don't have time to waste on trivial matters. We need to get back to the big picture and try and defeat the White Witch before winter comes and never ends.
Okay. Anyone else want to tell us what's going on at this party with their character?
I think Grim is reluctantly he's given himself over to drink. He wanted to get researching his fireball again, but he knows that tomorrow he's going to be out of commission and tired after doing the identify spell. So he's just like, well, if I'm going to be tired and wasted, I might as well just get rip roaring drunk tonight. So
yep. This is tomorrow Grimm's problem. Tonight, Grimm, he's having fun.
He's like, tomorrow's gonna be miserable either way he looks at it. So might as
Okay.
well be hungover too.
Awesome. All right, so he fully dives in. What about the rest of the guys? Cola, Tom, or Store?
Store believes in the importance of the camaraderie that comes after battle. So a couple things he's going to try and talk with the other people about, the people they've lost and the people that he would talk about. Some of us go in that, but not necessarily fall into the old losses as like a commander in war that he has been involved with until maybe the wee hours of the fading raucous as everyone's eyes are heavy and the drink is thick in their bellies. Then, there may be some talk of allies lost and seeing the spirits in the smoke of their fire. But in the long run, he'd still want to make sure they all understand the dangers of the White Witch and what they would have to do in order to make the North safe again.
So I think what you, at the end, what you're sitting next to is, it's an old warrior of the tribe, diminished with age. He's a little hunched over, wrinkles, that seem like crags in his rock-like skin. But you can tell that he may be, you're not sure how old he is because you're not sure how old these things live, but however long their lifespan may be, however long that road might be, he seems near the end of it. And it seems that he has left many allies along, behind on that long road. So you guys are, and probably talking just in generalities about the people lost or whatnot. But I think also with that kind of celebratory that that you made it. You were the ones who survived. What about Tom or Cola? What are you guys doing at this shindig?
Well, Tom's going to be a bit like Store. He's going to join in. Again, he's of the opinion that team building quite often involves drink, especially in the party.
Is Mo a bit quiet for you guys too?
Yeah,
A little bit.
Yeah, so you're a little bit quiet there, Mo. Sorry.
I was getting a bit of feedback earlier, so is this a bit better?
That's perfect. That's perfect. Yep, outstanding.
Okay. Yeah, he's going to join in with the drinking, the singing, and the dancing. Obviously, he doesn't speak Jotun other than maybe yes, no, thank you. More
Dance.
I'd imagine we picked up, the basic stuff. He's going to join in.
Awesome.
He thinks bonding is a good idea, and obviously it's to help rebond these tribes.
Yep. Okay. And then what about Cola? What is Cola doing this evening?
I think Cola's gonna make his way over to Lex. Friend, you look like you've got the weight of the world on your shoulders. More so than usual. What's on your mind?
I just feel like there's this, that time's not going to hold up for us to do all sorts of things, to gather all sorts of allies. I don't know how much time we have, and I don't want to be out here for too long. Looking for ways to make this win easier,
I don't even know if we can. Well, you're still talking about finding a win, so that's good to hear. It's you who keeps telling me that holding on to things and fretting about how we're going to get where we need to go is a distraction that I can't afford. But strikes me that sometimes, we've been chasing after this for so long, and we've been forced to drudge through so much pain and difficulties that perhaps allowing ourselves to just take a moment and enjoy what we have accomplished has value too.
That's fair. I can respect that. As long as we don't take too long to do that.
Well, I have no intention of dallying.
But we
Anna
just don't
says
know
hi.
what the White Witch, we don't know what the White Witch is up to, and if we got the Goliaths as allies, great. If we can summon the dwarves, fantastic. But if we go looking for more allies, she might be strengthening her side to the point where more allies will not make a difference.
I agree that it's unlikely she's taken any time to lick her wounds or change her plans or expand them. She's making use of every day. Yeah. Let's secure what we have, and maybe the next step is making sure everybody moves out together and solidify what we have.
Okay. Now, did anyone other than Tom lose strength to those cold things, those golems that have the gnoll skull heads, or was it only Tom?
I think it was only Tom.
Only Tom?
Yeah, because
I think Store did as well.
Okay. So those of you who
Like 18
lost...
sessions ago, right?
Yeah. So those of you who have lost con to the shadows, or you lost strength to the shadows, excuse me, or you lost strength to those frozen things, all of that is recovered. So I don't think there was anything else you guys did that lost strength. So all of that is restored. In addition, because of the ritual for the greeting, the bragging, and the meeting with the calling to Kuliaka, anyone who has lost Constitution, you can restore another point of that. I don't know how many of you guys are down Constitution right now, but that is restored. And
I'm down one from the White Witch. Oh, excellent.
You're down from what, Mo?
I'm down one from White Witch. Does that get restored, or is that...
It doesn't matter what the source is. You mean you're down one from strength from the White Witch?
All right, okay.
Wait, is that... I didn't hear you, Mo. Are you saying... You're breaking up. Are you saying yes or no?
Yes, I'm down 2 decks from which 1 con from her.
Okay, so the con, you're gonna, regardless of whatever the source of the con loss is, you're recovering 1 Constitution, you're recovering all of the strength lost. Dexterity you still have not recovered.
Okay, all that better than nothing.
Yeah. Andrew, you look a little. Do you need to cast Identify on what you found in there?
Maybe. I lifted him, like, why is it jiggling?
I say that every morning. Ugh. Now, what? So what you also recover is 3 hit points for your night's rest, guys. And thanks to the work of the Stone Masters, Grim, your Stone Wolf is restored to full hit points.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, and then, yeah, so then everyone's healed up now. So the next day, it sounds like the rest of you guys that Grim is going to be casting Identify, and potentially Kola is as well.
Kola, how many? Oh no, we both. Never mind. We're basically only good for 1 apiece, right?
I think
Can
so,
in
yeah.
theory
8
crank out
hours.
2, depending on what your con score is.
You can do multiple items with 1 spell, though.
Yeah, a number equal to your level.
My thought is maybe Kola goes first, because if we do get them succeeded, if we do succeed, then I can spend the day finishing my fireball copying.
Okay. That sounds reasonable. So I will, I'll use the...
Kola does his first thing in the morning, and that's 8 hours later, and we find out that he's failed something. You've got to start then.
I guess so. Yeah, that's how it would work.
Yep.
Yep.
You can do that.
So I can spend the 8 hours of him doing the ritual to start copying the fireball.
Absolutely. Yep. Because I think that's. Do you only need a day left to finish copying?
1 day left.
Awesome. Yeah. What about so Lex, Store, and Mo? What do you guys want to do for the day?
Well, after all the camaraderie, I'm certain I can find someone that would want to do some dicing or something.
Absolutely. Yep.
We should gamble.
Though they don't.
I
So
like
much,
the idea that Store's coming up to like Grim as he's copying, like trying to gamble. You're not doing anything.
Yeah, I think the
Study.
the gambling is likely going to be something not just as simple as like. I mean, you could try and introduce your charisma is quite high, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so you could actually introduce. You don't like 18 or 17 charisma.
Yes, 17.
So
Wow.
they don't traditionally have a like dicing gambling part of their culture, but I think that you're certainly a silver-tongued enough devil to introduce them to it if you like.
All right, good. That's the
Okay.
best kind. I could actually win. Still loses, though. That would be the best.
Yeah.
The beginner's luck takes over. So.
One of the Goliaths is just like, this game is wonderful. Store's like, yeah. It's,
Now, you come back and they're all compulsive gamblers now.
what about Lex and Mo or Tom?
Well, as I know this is a down day for us, I'm just going to have a lie-in, as it were. And,
Yep, well deserved.
yeah, basically, because he's still feeling quite banged up, even though he's just recovered his strength, because he was presumably feeling pretty awful.
Oh yeah,
You know, going
yeah,
like 7 strength.
Yep. Yeah, and for quite some time too.
Yeah, so he's just going to relax, hang around the fire, just socialise with whoever's about.
Okay, Lex, what are you thinking?
Well, Lex didn't partake much last night, so he's probably up early, and just kind of walking around the camp, nodding at people who are kind of getting up and looking groggy.
If
And,
you want to take a go arranging today, Bocho will certainly be up for that.
Well, Lex was actually thinking he might check in with the ranger and Bocho, or Bocho and or the druidess to see if it's possible to be introduced to some of the somewhat not natural creatures, but natural wonders, maybe like the crag cat, or if he can sit with the crag cat for a bit, maybe throw it some food, and
Yeah,
just try
absolutely.
to
Yeah.
understand the mannerisms of the crag cat. And it's intelligent, right?
It seems it's not intelligent in the way that, like, say, the Yeti are, but it is definitely, like, as far as animals go, on the smarter side.
Yeah. So maybe he'll bring Selfpaw in, and him and Selfpaw will sit with the crag cat for a bit, and I don't know if they revere their griffins, but he wouldn't mind a better look at the griffins, even from just 20, 30 feet
I
away.
think
or
that,
something.
you most definitely could. So I think we see a scene of you, seeing the rookery, as it were, for the griffins, and while you are there, one of the eggs kind of hatches, and a baby griffin kind of crawls out, and it's when you are right there. The wolf kind of sits down and has his head cocked, and the tender, the minder who looks after, he kind of looks at you, and there's a little bit of surprised look on his face. And he just gestures at the griffin, like, go, reach down.
Oh.
Lex is like, okay. So he'll do
Yep.
like an animal handling or something, or
No, your ranger animal handling will be sufficient for this. This thing picks up, and you quickly find that there are little, kind of not like bottles of milk, but something similar to that, like a bladder that sort of can be, if it's squeezed, it sucks some milk through, and that's what you start feeding this thing. So we see you feeding this griffin chick.
sorry, John.
Yeah.
That's what John wanted to do. Like, one of the Rangers has to get it done.
And then, well, we can retroactively add in that Falcarel would have been there for that as well too. I think
Yeah.
I know he's working a lot of overtime this weekend, so we don't have to punish him for that. I got plenty of other ways I can punish you guys. Then we have the identify, So we started a little bit late. Why don't we do our identifies first, and then we'll take our mid-session break, and you guys can think about what you want to do next. Then, so Cola, you have spent this day studying these items. Now, what? Oh, wait, there are what 3 things you guys have not identified yet? There's a bottle.
Staff. Oh, the bottle too. Right? That's right. I forgot. Yeah.
There's a bottle, a staff, and a cloak, right?
What do you guys want me to prioritize?
The staff, I
See
think.
the bottle does. See what
You
the
get
bottle
one.
does.
You get one item a level, so you can get all of them.
Right. I forget if I were to fail on the first one, does that mean I
No, you get
screw up?
you get,
I can't do
you get
the
to
others.
try on,
Nope.
You get to try on as many that you have levels for.
Yeah. It just once you tried on one, you can't redo it. That's all.
Right until I advance the level. Right. Okay.
No,
All
not
right,
advance level. I let you do it. It's just you need to spend another day doing that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then you only get 1 power per level revealed.
I'm not necessarily following that. Yeah, because it's just yeah. Okay, so
I guess I'll start. I can do all 3. So whatever. I'll start with the bottle.
Okay. So go ahead and make the roll, and then I'll look at it. I'll wait till you see if you succeed. So you are 6th level right now.
I am 6th level.
So I think it's a 30% chance. Is that right, guys? Or is it
It's 10 per caster.
10 per caster level?
Yeah.
Boy, is that generous.
I mean, your game, whatever you say.
No. It's fine. It's 60%. So 60% chance. Go ahead and make your roll. Let's see if you identify this bottle. Oh, interesting. Okay, I will point out, identify does not identify any curses in any items.
Yeah. 5th edition training wheels are not no help here.
Okay, let's see here.
Is there a spell that helps you identify curses though later on?
I believe there's a detect curse spell, isn't there?
I don't know.
I think there's a
I think we should
halfling
get it.
average.
Have it.
Okay. So, yeah, you just need to make friends with sphinxes, that's all. That's great. Yeah, chat's still mad about the missing betrayer in the Barovian game. I mean, we did end on one hero quite, I should mention that, like, as is custom in every Ravenloft game, the DM is not a reliable narrator. So, I think Jeff was like, I don't know if Kev said that, like, that actually happened, or Kev's just fucking with us. But, all right, so what this is a bottle of containment. This small bottle can actually hold up to 20 units of any fluid. A magic potion counts as 1 unit, as does 1 gallon of any non-magical fluid. The bottle keeps all of its contents separate, and each may be recalled by name. However, any fluid stored must be poured from the bottle to be used. The bottle appears empty. If it's broken, all the liquid contents are destroyed.
Wow. So for example, up to 20 health potions could be stored in this one.
Yep.
Wow. That's super youthful.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like a bag of holding for liquid.
It's kind of like a bag of holding, a little bit more restricted bag of holding, and yeah, that's basically kind of what it's like.
Store just wants to put all the ale in there here.
Yeah.
20 certain
Ale, 20 units.
Well, it'll be
Keg is a
keeping
unit,
it
right? Squirt?
what I
It
think.
might be a bad idea, honestly.
A barrel is a unit, right?
I hope so.
A barrel is
What counts? Yeah,
what?
a gallon.
Unit?
I mean, it's a pretty handy way to carry out, if not healing potions or whatnot. It's also a pretty handy way to carry around a lot of extra water.
Yeah, I think it'd be more useful for that, because healing potions we need to divide up and stuff. So like that would actually make more sense to have water and ale, frankly.
Okay, you guys.
You could have a giant source of holy water.
Yeah, holy water or oil, maybe.
Yep. Yep.
Wow,
That holy water came in pretty darn handy last time too, guys. So, yeah.
Cool.
Okay, cool.
When you first started reading that description, Kevin, all I heard was, this is a container of liquid units. I'm like, Well, this isn't even magical.
I'm really overselling it. This cup, this magically holds liquids within without dropping it below. Ooh.
This metal implement can allow you to take
You're not
things from a
fooling
plate
me,
and
old
into your
man.
mouth.
A handy way from delivering liquids from one vessel to another. All right. So then, guys, what would you like to roll for next there, Andrew? We got the staff and we got a cloak.
Yeah.
Forgive me. We have the cursed staff and we have the cursed cloak. Which did you want to roll for first?
Wait, what? Maybe I stopped there while I'm ahead. Okay, so yeah, we'll do the staff next.
Staff next. Okay, so let's go ahead and give us a percentile roll. Oh no! Oh, so
Sorry,
close. All right.
All
And
right.
finally, the cloak.
Look. Oh,
Bear? Ooh. Yeah, we got it.
really?
All right. So the cloak.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Yeah, most definitely. All
Well,
right.
Grim's gonna have
so
to cast.
this cloak, again, see, it has the clasp at the neck appears to be something of a marking of a Netherese of origin, but it doesn't have in the sort of runes that are on there in Netherese. Grim can tell you it reads Guardian, and what this thing has is when this cloak is on, it conveys a limited. So you have to wear it for 24 hours for it to become attuned to you, but it confers a limited spell immunity for any one living creature wearing it. And here's the way that it works. The magic missiles are reflected back at the caster with full effect. So if you're targeted by magic missiles, it goes directly back at the caster with no effect. No saving throw, rather. Shocking Grasp is directed back at the caster. The caster doesn't take any damage, but the spell is lost. If you were cast Forget on you, it's distorted and thrown back at the caster, who becomes confused. If Irritation is cast on you, it reflects back at the caster, who must make a save. If a ray, I'll put this all in the description, guys, because there's a lot of spells that are very situational. A ray of enfeelment is reflected back at the caster. Hold Person is reflected back at the caster. It's warped, but it doesn't make them held, but it slows them for 2 rounds on a failed save. Tasha's Uncontrollable Hideous Laughter reflected back at the caster. Polymorph Other reflected back at the caster. Feeble Mind reflected back at the caster. Color Spray reflected back at the caster. Entangle. You were unaffected by it, but it otherwise affects everyone normally. So
this is one time, like.
Yeah, so it's all of those effects. There's a lot of different magical protections, very specific magical protections that this offers the wearer.
Is
think
it
we need to work
automatic, or
this
is
out
it
to
a
prove.
percentage chance?
Oh, one at a time, guys. I couldn't hear.
But
Who's got the conch? Andrew, what were we saying?
I didn't say anything. It was Brandon and
Oh,
Dave.
Brand, what'd you say?
Okay. What I was going to ask is, did you say that there was a percentage chance that this works? Is it like a?
Nope.
It's just automatic. Or
Automatic.
you didn't tell-
Once you're attuned to this cloak, this cloak of reflection, just works that way. Dave, what was your question?
can we send this to Drew? I think he'd really like it.
Yes.
Does it work on allied spells? Because
Unfortunately, Fireball, Flaming Sphere, a lot of those infernal fiery spells, they're not affected by this. So that's what the cloak does.
Okay. So we still need to identify the staff.
Yep. So Grim, you want to try and identify the staff?
I toss it. I hand it to Grim, and apologies, mate. This one's a wee bit beyond me.
So did I didn't finish the fireball spell yet.
Yeah.
Finally.
You can do
Oh, I
that.
did?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So that's
You're just pulling a
cool.
very long day today, is all.
Yeah. 16 hours. Okay. Oh, god dang it.
Nope.
Jesus, Grim, you had one job.
Yeah, you say that to him right after he collapses.
All right. So, guys, let's take our mid-session break right now, and then we will come back. We'll check in with chat, and we will see what Steve, the NPC, says. Hireling equals curse detector.
Yeah, if you start doing that to your hirelings, you get some rather nasty negative.
Yep, there's a reason
You
they
get a
have
bad
morale.
reputation.
All right. So, guys, we'll be back momentarily for those listening at home. All right. Let's check in with chat here. Fred, evening. Oh, and Fred, thank you so much for the kind words about our Ravenloft session, too. I'm really, really glad that you enjoyed it so much. And I agree that everyone roleplayed the hell out of that session. Ice King, Cast Magic Missile, you know it. Well, not yet, but soon. Jeffrey, what's going on? Shyman, howdy. Wayne, what's going on? That may be the trigger that sets off the destruction of everything. Awesome. Hello, I'm late. Wayne, late is always better than never. Steve the NPC, howdy, as well. I definitely need more coffee, most certainly. That's never really a question, though. Brian, good morning. Hope the weekend's going well. G-Man, good afternoon to you. Greatest Shamer, nice. First rule of AD&D, we're all going to die. Yep, that's usually correct. The wizard might live through it if it gets invisibility. Is that John under a sock puppet account? That seems to be his stratagem. Oh, man. Unimportant Hero, howdy. Hello. I was thinking of you the other day because we had Wayne's Books, a great seller of secondhand product, had a copy of the complete Legend of Spelljammer box set. I think it's called Legend of Spelljammer. The one that had all the stuff about Spelljammer, so... Cool. Graham, howdy. Crumb, hello. Alrighty, I think we are caught up here, guys. Awesome. Hope everyone's having a really good weekend. Okay, so, guys, we're waiting for Andrew and Dave to get back. Alrighty, how'd your game go this morning, Hobbs?
I just put a chip in my mouth. One of the guys hurt his back shoveling snow.
Oh, shit.
So we just shot the shit for a while, and then I fell asleep, which is why I was late today. I did play in a game of LFG last night, though.
I saw, yeah, Mr. Mean, right?
That was pretty fun.
Yeah. What's it like? Is that your first time on the player side of the screen with LFG?
I played with Steve before.
Okay.
That was it. So it was fun. I had a good time, of course. I mean, when you're playing a D&D game, I mean,
yeah,
if you don't have a good time, it's your own fault, I think. But
I would tend to agree. Awesome. All right. So because I was getting caught up in my 3E stuff and prep for that overview, I was actually reading Races of Stone, which is where there's a ton of great information about Goliath in there. So that's where I got some of the stuff, like the Game of Boasts is out of there. Those books, for the most part, are quite good.
I actually cribbed what I said from Lord of the Rings. If you probably
nothing wrong with that. All right.
So I actually wrote that last week and never got to use it. So.
All right. So then, guys, that brings us to our first day. So that means, Grim, you now have Fireball in your copied into your spell book. Make sure you keep track how many pages that takes up for it. And then, what do you guys wish to do? So I guess first off, does anyone want to lay claim to the cloak or the bottle?
I'd take the bottle if nobody wants it.
I don't know who's going to get the most use out of the cloak. I'm
already wearing a cloak.
You got a magical cloak, Dave? Oh yeah, Arachnidia, right?
Yeah. We've not faced many people who've shot magic missile at us. I mean, it could really be for everyone.
Really.
Heaven forbid, don't say such a
might
thing.
think that the introduction of a cloak that would counter such things may indicate the direction this campaign is going.
I think
Grim was a bit more random than that. I think you might make mistakes for Grim.
One thing I will point out is that it does seem that you have come across at least 2 sets of ruins relating to fallen Netheril. And who was it who led that empire?
Wizards. Yeah. The one utility I can think of is that if I start casting spells that have longer casting times, like if they start hitting you with Feeble Mind or Grimm's utility is only going to go up, and if he starts not being able to cast spells because other people are hitting him, that could be useful. But
Yeah.
That's what I think. He's going to be targeted more often
think I am,
spell than we will.
probably. All right,
And
I'll take.
Yeah.
Grim tries to hide his excitement. He's like, "I'll take it."
But there's that staff.
Yeah.
Lex is like, well, what's the staff?
Yeah, Grim, what did you find? I'm very
That's,
excited to find out.
But
Like,
I'm
it's-
very excited too.
If it's equally as powerful as that cloak, it's got to be a powerful staff, right?
It must be
Well,
probably.
the cloak and the staff did appear to be on the corpse of that spirit that you faced.
Mm-hmm.
So you can draw from that what you will. So, and one point of rules clarification too, you don't need to gain another level before you cast it to try again with this. You can just try again. It's wasting a day as opposed to
Just
wait.
getting enough constitution to spend.
Yeah.
Do we want to waste another day? I mean, are these Goliaths cool with housing and feeding us for another day?
Certainly,
Or
yeah.
cannot. I only have 14 constitution to begin with, so I can't do it again.
You can do it tomorrow.
After
I can do
yeah,
it tomorrow, yes, but I can't do it again today.
I figured it was the next day already.
Yeah, we're talking about what you guys are going to do the next day.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
For one, everyone heals 3 more hit points. And then if anyone wanted to offload spells, healing spells before the end, it looks like both Store and Lex are still down, a substantial amount. Or a not insignificant amount, at least.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we
yeah.
can stay another day maybe and try again.
Okay, Store, here's a cure moderate for you. Oh, there you go.
That'll do it.
Who else needs it?
Lex.
Lex. Okay, there's another cure moderate for you. Yes, it doesn't like you. Here, hold on.
He'll clang it in.
Here, oh, jeez, it really doesn't like you. So there's 2 cure lights and a cure moderate to get the same amount as Store from 1 cure mod. That's way to go. There you go, 11.
Only down 7 now. That's awesome.
Did you include your 3 points of natural healing, Dave?
Well, assuming he's casting this before we go to bed.
Yep. But we're going to be skipping forward to the next day, so looks like you're topped up. Okay, so it looks like everybody is back at full health then. So do you guys want to spend one more day trying to identify this staff, or...
I think
that's
so.
wise. Yeah.
Tom is
Alright.
also going to say, we discussed we didn't have any silver-tipped arrows. Is there any silver in our loot we could maybe get the smiths to melt down? And because someone has fletching as a skill?
Who has fletch? Oh, Lex does.
Yeah, so Lex is normally a pretty good fletcher. And we've got to have silver in our like coins and stuff.
Yep.
He's carrying 47 silver coins.
Okay. So why don't you... let's see here. So we'll say if you're spending the day doing that, Lex, let's say... Because it's not a matter of just like coating them with silver. That won't work. You need to make an alloy of silver and metal. So that's going to be a little trickier. It's not... And I don't know if that's fletching so much as that is blacksmithing.
It'll be a smithing.
Yeah.
Well, I wondered whether any of the Goliaths, whether it was a Goliath smith.
I don't think so.
Oh, no. Oh,
Yeah,
it's an
'cause
idea.
they trade for metal and stuff like that. Like their arts and crafts. Let's see here. Yeah, as nomads, they don't mine metals or grow crops, so smithing and cloth weaving are almost unheard of. Dwarves could certainly, if you're able to return to the Dwarven Valley, they most certainly could do that for you. But I think the smithing of to make the necessary alloy, it's well beyond what these guys can do. So
Did
then,
anybody else want that bottle? We didn't really get on that.
anyone else care? Nope. 3,
Store.
2, 1.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna check. Are we gonna check? I'm gonna check the. Or if it's the next day, I'll do my identify. I'll
Okay.
go first.
Okay.
All right. Okay,
Great.
so that's
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right then. Let's see here.
We delay too long. Bob's
Here we
eating
are.
chips. I don't hear Bob's eating chips.
Right, so question is, what do we want to do next? Do we want to try and get the Regedon side? Or do we go back to Bryn Shander and see what's going on in the towns?
I'll assume it's nothing good.
I say we push on to Evermelt.
Where's
Yeah,
everyone?
I think that's probably...
Would you guys
Easier.
kindly give me a 1d10 and 1d6 roll, please?
Everybody.
Everybody?
Just one of each.
Okay, notice one
Okay.
person. 12. Okay. Okay. So, in the hands, this is a staff. In the hands of a wizard, it can use. There are 2 different things that can it can be used for. I got the rolls. I don't need more. Thanks though. Thank you though. Thank you though. One of the commands. This thing has 12 charges. For 1 charge, it can cast either Suggestion or Charm.
Okay.
And also for 1 charge, it can function as a ring of mammal control. So basically like charming animals, but mammals.
Like mammoths.
Mammoths would be subject to that, yeah.
Oh yeah, I like that idea.
Okay, so that is wizards. If you hold it for 24 hours, you will attune to it, and that's what it can be used for wizards. It is a staff of command. In the hands of priests, though, it can use the Suggestion or Charm for 1 charge. It can use it's not only restricted to to mammals. It can be used on any animal, also drawing on 1 charge, and it can be used for 1 charge to control plants as well. So, in the hands of a priest, it is a little more versatile, but a wizard still can make some effective use of this staff. So, in the hands of any other class, non-wizard, non-priest, it is just a staff. Not magical, no bonus to hit, no bonus to damage.
So Suggestion or Charm or Ring of Mammal Control for wizards. Priests is Suggestion or Charm, Ring of Animal or Plant Control.
Yes.
Yeah. It seems it would go well with John's character thematically, but I think Cola's the only priest we've got here right now. So.
Yeah. Well, actually, and John, I forgot John's a multi-class. That's right. He's a priest. I think, Cola, you have a magical staff already, right?
Maybe. I don't think so. I've got my magical axe,
Okay.
a couple rings.
Does Falcor? Falcor's got the halberd. I'm trying to remember if halberd. I thought, is this the first magical staff you guys have found?
No, I've got. Well, there's the Ice King, which
That's
is
what I'm
that,
thinking.
and then also I've got that Delver's staff
Oh,
that
okay.
hits. So
I'm actually going to carry it.
2 right now.
Yeah. So, who wants the staff of command?
Cola would make the most sense right now.
I'm not particularly interested in it, though.
We already cast command, twice per day as
Yeah, I have command
Allegor.
already for free. So,
although charm is significantly different from command. Charm in AD&D, it can last for weeks or months. Ask Mo when he was.
Yeah.
yeah, I think for me though, it's just one other thing. Like having a staff for me, one, it's just another thing I got to track and keep, and I would have to switch out for my weapon all the time. It's a hassle. So I'm just not that interested in it that way.
Okay.
It doesn't feel like it's very much in character with Clangeddon.
Yep.
You're not gonna take me away from my axe.
Oh,
Can we
don't be
just
throwing out fight words like that.
Can we just leave it at the party loot for now? And maybe when Falcroll comes back, he might show some interest in it.
If so, then when it goes, if you guys have to leave your camp behind for whatever reason, it goes missing.
It gets attacked by gibberlings.
Yeah. If, for instance, Gibberlings attack.
Well, it's a risk we take.
Yep.
What about gifting it to this druid lady? It would probably be pretty helpful to these Goliaths.
Oh, that's a brilliant idea.
Is it really? Is it a brilliant idea? It sounds kind of reasonable for me.
And druids are considered part of the priests, the cleric class,
Yep.
right?
Yep. The priest, so she would be able to make use of all the abilities on it. Bless you.
Sorry.
If she's willing to become an NPC, I think that makes sense. But
Well, she's already an NPC, so that's nothing.
well, I mean, let's say retainer. Let's say
It's a magical transformation that doesn't need to happen.
Yeah. So what are you guys thinking?
I don't really.
John does have halberd already.
John's got he's got that magical halberd, but I don't know about.
You can still keep a staff. And
Yep.
Use it as. I think we should just keep it as in party loot, and then maybe see if he's interested in it. I guess. I mean, granted, the druid would get some use out of it. But...
And the cloak?
The cloak, yeah. Who's? I think.
I said I think I was going to take the cloak.
The other thing that Lex points out for the cloak is it actually might work on fairly well on one of our frontline warriors.
I was thinking, that's one thing I was thinking too, but yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I think it would work well on anybody, really.
Can you think of anything? Well, I guess. But so is the staff then staying in the party loot, or is it going to Kaniaka?
I think we should keep this party loot. That's what I vote for.
I think we could give John a shot at it, and if he doesn't want it, we give it to Kenyak.
Okay. Then, guys, the next thing you need to consider is what you wish to do next. You came here to seek allies with the, or Osin had suggested you could find allies with Kaniaka. You guys do seem to have made some fast friends with members of the tribe. And once you guys have settled in, too, I think that Gernig has been... That's one of his Poncho. Love it.
Poncho Villa.
So what what do you wish to do next then, guys?
I'm gonna gift my sling and my custom-made bullets to some young-looking Goliath who thinks that might be cool.
Okay.
I'm tired of carrying them around and I'm not using them anymore.
Here, young sir, is my garbage. Okay.
Yeah, it's not really sized for a Goliath, is it?
Yeah.
They're like 7 feet tall. They can use it. I mean, it's a kid too, so you know.
So, apart from minor personal things, what are you guys thinking of doing as a party then?
I say we go to Evernote.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So Gernig needs to head back to his people, and I
You
think
can take them there.
What's an Evermelt? I was kind of going for that process.
White Witch and the completion of the campaign.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we should probably do that.
Well, that sounds like a dumb idea.
Side quests forever.
Or we could go to that other cave and go check out some Netherese ruins, get some magic stuff. I don't know. Just an idea.
we ever find out what happened to the Rhaegar, or we don't know?
No. The Regid?
Well, I think that we want to go to
some of the...
Evermelt.
Yeah, so let's take a step back for where... Let's maybe take a look at the big map. I got
Yes.
more stuff to it here.
Let's see what we can stop at on the way there.
Lex is taking the bottle since nobody wants it.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right.
He's going to immediately pour. He's going to test it out and pour the oil of phosphorus that he has left in it.
Yeah, good idea.
Okay. How much oil of phosphorus do you have in there?
9 charges.
Holy smokes. Okay. All right. So here's the high-level view of the Icewind Dale. So what you guys had originally come out here for was to make it to Evermelt, which is right there. I've zoomed myself out so I can see both of the lakes. Did I bring you guys over? I did. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Can you?
that is where Evermelt is, which is the sacred place to the Regid tribes, to all of them. That's where you've heard that she is. She has positioned herself. The pirates on Alactin Ashiri you guys have dealt with. However, the seizing of the control of basically the 10 towns, that seems to be an issue, and it seems as if those people came from Luskan and maybe associated with the Arcane Brotherhood. The Dwarven Valley seems that it is destined for a confrontation with the 10 towns now because of the push by the new leadership to take control or claim control over the Dwarven Valley. You have seen that dragon, and I think that's...
Dragon.
Yeah, there's that white dragon that they faced at the near Caer Konig, or not Caer Konig, near oh jeez, what is that called? The big mountain.
Is that where the Black Spire is, or is that maybe in Evermelt?
The big mountain there on the slopes of oh man, why am I drawing a blank here?
King's Cairn or something?
No, Kelvin's Cairn is that what it's called? Kelvin's Cairn? Can't remember. Where's my map? Where's my map? I should have got my big Beetle and Grimm rollout map. I would have everything on it. Okay.
This like that 10 towns map was so big, this dwarfs that and makes the area seem tiny.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Yeah. It's a beautiful map too. Like this is just, I don't know if this is Jared Blando as well, but because he did a bunch of the maps for a bunch of the recent D&D books, but he's awesome. I actually got I got a copy of his map of the continent, where the setting for The Witcher. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. Pretty cool. Okay. Oh, for Pete's sake. Sorry, guys. In any event, I'll keep looking this up.
It's Kelvin's Cairn. I'm positive.
It's Kelvin's Cairn. Yeah. Okay. So one of the things that, as you're sort of planning this, are you involving the chieftain and Kaniaka in your discussions here, or are you guys just doing this among yourselves?
We can involve them. I think it'd be nice to know what they want, what they were
And
thinking.
we're partly recounting what's going on in the Icewind Dale, so it's not bad information for them to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what she's running through then is the other things you faced. You said that the foes you faced in the Dwarven Valley, they seemed afflicted by the black ice. Yeah. You had a question about the Black Tower, Hobbs. So the original Crystal Tower was on Kelvin's Cairn. The new one, though, Kola had a vision of it, but it seemed what he saw was something out across the trackless ice. So way up, somewhere out in here.
I'm not seeing anything.
Way over here, bro.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm on the wrong side of the map.
The other question she has, so they seem afflicted by the black ice, as did the pirates that you faced, the pirates on Lac Dinashir. What of this, the travelers from Luskan? Were they afflicted by the White Witch as well? Or have they some other purpose for seizing control?
Are these are like the were-rats and the people
Yep.
like that, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
from
The
stores.
Luskan, just the Luskans in general, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that they were. I don't think they were infected. They just seemed to have a different agenda, from what I saw.
They wanted the black ice, though, because there was the Luskan mage who was with the dwarves.
Oh, I didn't. I wasn't there for that. All right.
But we don't know if that was because of they were using the black ice, but I don't know if they were afflicted by it.
She did not have any black ice on her possession.
Oh, well, she got tossed off a cliff, so we never saw her found her body.
I think you did recover her body.
Did we?
Yeah.
We crawled
Okay.
down there.
Yeah, you guys were quite insistent on it. This villain's not coming back, Madison.
Was this was the Rhaegar tribe of the guy we saved in the very beginning? Is that up in this area or over by where we are?
Further to the north. The elk? Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be up in this whole region up here, all ranging all along.
But we also know the elk were defeated by the bear and since scattered. We found a bunch of their refugees between the Dwarven Valley and
Yeah, Bryn Shander.
Bryn Shander.
Yeah. You also found... one other thing that Store could tell you, because of the wizards that you encountered, that one of the... I mean, really, the dominant... There are different ships, which are like gangs in Luskan, but the unifying force, if there is one, is the collection of wizards known as the Arcane Brotherhood. And the other Arcane Brotherhood is as fractious and as chaotic as what you'd expect a bunch of asshole wizards to be. But they do sometimes, under a powerful leader, can act in a unified way. So if the Arcane Brotherhood is behind this, what possible... God damn it, I did it again. Skip back. I don't know what I'm hitting this time.
What where are the other portions of the Netherese city at?
There's that one in the cave by the glacier. That's where
Where's that on this map?
we didn't.
It's right around here. It's right around here.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's a no-brainer. Then I would say we would go there on the way to Evermelt.
That was... They explored the full length and breadth of that. That was the upside down tower.
I thought there was a teleporter thing that we saw there that we just didn't have time to figure out.
There
Like,
was. That is correct.
What was the issue with that? Like we needed to go find somebody because I think I failed like a check, so we need to go find a specialist.
Well,
So
why
if-
didn't you ask the goddamn Giant's head? He probably could have told us. You just have to understand binary.
Bloop blorp.
Yeah.
3 blinks. All right.
So the tower was located right here. That seems to have been shorn off from some larger thing. And then right here is where you found the most further ruins in the Caves of Hunger.
So if we extrapolated a path,
So I was thinking maybe backtracking or forward tracking. We may have other.
so if it was like this,
Like all these arrows.
I don't know what Lex is doing. I think he's just trying to fucking confuse me.
I have lost Dave and Brandon and Mo. Oh, no, Mo's back, and Hobbs. So Hobbs and Dave and Brandon. Sorry, guys, I lost your cameras again. Forgive me.
I just got a message from Roll20.
Son of a biscuit.
I know.
Roll20 just told me I've had my maximum reconnects for the day. Sorry, guys.
You know, that really wouldn't surprise me. if that was a thing.
All right, I got everybody back here. Well, I got Dave as a swirly sign right now, but I have high hopes. Okay. So what are you guys thinking?
What I was doing with my arrow is like from here to here, and everything in between could be potentially a site for, ancient Netheri's crash landing.
What she asks, what Kaniaka asks then is do you feel that this is connected somehow to the White Witch? If that tower came down, or that city came down millennia ago, if it is as old as you say, is that somehow connected to the threat that she poses and the coming of Aurel? Or the ascendance, I guess, of Aurel, not the... She's always been here.
It could be everything.
You guys are just looking for more magical items, that's all.
So what are you guys thinking?
It just seems like whenever we find magical items, we all get, more experienced.
I would warn you, metagaming can lead to fatal results.
I would argue that, well, whatever.
Oh, you guys took so long, she got a second dragon.
Yep.
How are you up now?
Well, I am looking for a magical sword for Store. It would certainly be of assistance to us all, I believe.
Yeah,
but
and Grimm's always looking for magical stuff, so he's all about that.
Well, and I think that if you mention, if Store mentions that, it'd be nice to find one of these, like what Tom and like Falcarol are wielding now. Grimm could be like the kind of on the devil on the shoulder, be like, a city would be full of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Think full armories crashed down, armor, weaponry, magical devices not seen in this age by anyone.
And Evermelt is roughly where? Do we know?
Evermelt is
one of these waterfalls?
Right at the end of this one right here.
So we're literally got to draw a line from here to Evermelt, and it passes through a mountain range that could potentially have ancient Netheri's cavern. So we're heading in the right direction.
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
Let's do it.
But I think we ought to make sure we have tent repairing stuff with us.
Got mending.
Tent mending. Have some patches pre-made so that if we have to repair the tent after it gets slashed in a night attack, we've got some parts.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let's think big picture here first. We can worry about small details like who's giving what to different people and stuff. What is the next major undertaking you guys want to do?
I think we're headed to Evermelt with a hope for finding more Netheri's. Is there any other societies or cultures like around this area? Or no, we're out in the middle of nowhere.
You're really in the middle of nowhere. Spine of the World Mountains. I mean, there's giants, there's, Rimarazes, there's white dragons, there's Yeti.
The closest culture is like this over here?
Yeah, the closest like approximation of, civilized culture, or at least something you would recognize, is going to be over there. There are likely other tribes or clans of Goliath deeper in the mountains as well, too, but they're fairly far away.
Okay, so as far as allies we have the Goliaths, and that's about it right now, because the dwarves are probably going to be getting into a fight with the 10 towners. Is what I heard.
And what are the Goliaths actually going to provide?
Yeah, I think we need more allies before we go to fight these things.
Do we need more allies?
What are you guys planning on doing?
Lex are gonna.
Like, are you guys planning on marching on force and just trying to annihilate the
We're not trying to take the witch on in a battle, are we?
I think we are, right?
No, we're wanting to kill the witch and stop her threats. We don't necessarily want to have a mass combat with her forces.
Yeah. Ostin, his 2 cents is that he doesn't want... These are in the same way that Kola's people were enthralled to the black ice. his people are enthralled to the witch.
Okay.
He doesn't seek. They may be. There are other faults and foibles that his people may be guilty of, but it's no different from any other sentient race, any other people. They are, good. They come in both good and bad varieties, but they're currently enthralled to her. And his father in particular. Remember, he's the son of the chieftain.
So what are the Goliaths providing us? I don't know. That's what I kind of want to know.
Well, before that, I thought we were going to Evermelt to find the ragged tribespeople.
That's where she's brought them. That's where the White Witch and the dragon and her followers are. And if we think back to the story of Brunor Battlehammer, or was it Brunor or was it who was the one who
Wolfgar?
Wolfgar. Go ahead, Kev.
No, I say Wolfgar. Yeah, he knows. It's a legend that the Ragged know well that through the pond, where Evermelt gets its name, you can go underneath that, and there's a water chute that leads down deep into a cavern, and that's where he fought and killed Icing Death.
So we already know a way in. Go and kill her. Defeat her.
Okay.
All right, so are we ready for that?
Well, do we want to consider this a reconnaissance mission?
Might be. I kind of support that. If we need, we might have an army there. We might need to go get some allies. But
or if we can find out more about what's going on.
I agree. Let's.
So
how many allies did we need to fight the 400 gnolls that were encamped in front of Cave of Hunger?
Yeah, I mean, if we can do it, let's do it. But if not, then let's.
Yeah.
Haste.
We sneak in, we destroy the witch and her dragon, and the ragged tribesmen will scatter into the winds.
We can do it. Let's do it.
Let's try.
Okay, well, that's one option. The other one would be to go back to the 10 towns. I'm not suggesting we do it, but I think go to Evermelt and see if we find anything on the way.
Look at this. This is where we are. This is where 10 towns are.
Yeah, it's
You're
too far.
I think we've decided what we're going to do then.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, let's just go check it out, and if it's too big for us, we
Another 30 sessions just to get there.
yeah.
So you ask
All the hunting checks and the water checks and the.
you ask what the Goliath may be able to offer. For one, transport by Griffin. And a Griffin has, I'm just checking what it's... Holy shit. So, a Griffin, like, in the span of, even with you guys on it, it would be an afternoon to fly over to where Evermelt is and fly back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
How long to the 10 towns?
To reach the 10 towns, depending on which one you want to get to. Remember, there are, like... Caer Dineval and Caer Koenig are in Lac-Dineshire here, so it would be like a day's travel.
I thought you were going to say there are 10 of them.
Yeah, no, there are 10. There are 10 towns.
It's the one I'm
thought he was
You
gonna
get,
say that.
I think it's called Eastway or Eastgate is right over here. It's about a day's travel as well.
What do you want to do in the 10 towns?
Well, I just okay. First thing, if we need them as allies, we might need to affect some political change. But
Well, you would have to go all the way to the Bryn Shander for that.
yeah, I know. That's and the other thing is
Originally where we were going, and then we got sidetracked.
Yeah.
So the Goliaths are certainly willing to transport you guys around here now.
all right. Okay, so in that case, let's go check out the Evermelt first, and then maybe pop on over to wherever else.
Yeah, if it's a half day, we can go there, have a
Check it
scout
out.
and maybe arrange a pickup the next day.
Now, do you want to be transported? They are willing to take you there, but if you're saying that there's a dragon, even an undead one that's flying around, the Griffins will be no match for that.
What about the idea of finding where other places of the Netherese city crashed from above?
I want to throw one more wrinkle in here as well. Is what is the significance of the Black Tower that Kola saw, and that the priestess of Baronar saw? Remember, both of you guys had that vision, and I think that Falcarol had that vision as well.
That doesn't sound important at all.
Why would you give two characters a similar dream and then an NPC highlight that partway through the campaign? That sounds like a waste of time.
Yeah,
That's a coincidence.
That was one of the. I thought that's what we were doing before. I thought you guys were way up here. I didn't know you were on the ice here with pirates. I thought you were up here.
Mm-hmm. I don't say that that's necessarily that's what you should be doing, guys. I just want to make sure that is something that's what your characters would. And Kola certainly would have that. There's probably rarely a night that goes by that he doesn't think of that lone blackened tower.
Yeah. And the vague yet compelling message from the god.
Mm-hmm.
But
You talked to
perhaps
Flint Fireforge too about it or something.
What's that? Are we going to Dragonlance now, or
Oh no, the other guy, whoever the dwarf is, I guess from the
Dean Stokely Silverstream?
Okay.
So
I believe I
Right.
had
No.
talked to not Silverstream, but I talked to his wife about it, and she gave me the Ring of Baranor partly because of that vision, I believe.
No, I thought we talked to the actual dwarf that hung around with Wolfgar in a
Bruno?
dream.
Bruno.
Yeah, Bruno.
I can't remember if he's alive at this point, but he is king of Mithril Hall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, way to the south of the Spine of the World Mountains.
Yeah.
About a century ago is when all the dwarves departed after Bruno and his companions defeated the Shadow Dragon that had taken over Mithril Hall. The vast majority of the dwarves moved there, and then after a couple of decades, some of them moved back here and reoccupied these lands because they were more home to them than what the ancient halls of Mithril Hall were. But it's not, if this is something that is a threat to them, while Stokely Silverstream is the Dane here, he is not the king, and that is a potential as well. It would take you longer to fly over the Spine of the World Mountains to the south, but you definitely could do that, especially if you're traveling by Griffin, who can go 30 miles as the crow flies, as opposed to you guys trodden over ground.
I honestly don't have a preference, guys, so I'll go where the
Well,
group is. Happy to
to
go.
sum up, we've got three main possibilities here, which are to take a Griffin and scout Evermelt to see what's going on,
Mm-hmm.
to do something similar with the Black Tower via Griffin, or even make a longer trip to Bryn Shander.
May I
I don't
suggest a different
find
way, guys? Hold on. May I suggest a different way of thinking about this? Is what are your unanswered questions and what are certainties right now? So an example is one of the unanswered questions is what is the Black Tower and where is the Black Tower? One of the unanswered questions appears to be why is the Arcane Brotherhood or the agents of Luskan, why are they here?
What's the political situation in Bryn Shander after we left it? Like, we don't know that one either.
Mm-hmm. I think you do. It's belligerent towards the rest of the inhabitants.
Yeah.
The new High Speaker has been.
We
You guys did know that, yeah. You guys knew when the guys had an encounter with agents of the 10 towns who basically told the dwarves that they own all of the valley. It's the property of the 10 towns, but that they'll let them keep mining there.
Another question could be, we know that the ragged tribesmen are all divided and split up. we still don't know where the remnants of the deer tribe are.
No, that's right. You don't know if the survivors are there.
We don't even know if our friend, is it Hengar, if he managed to actually make it back to his people or not.
Yep.
We were supposed to meet him and then got sidetracked. So, if we're looking for that could be another avenue of investigation. Cole is not necessarily interested in pursuing questions about the Black Tower right now. I feel like that's more an end game scenario, and I think Cole is not. There's too much uncertainty, and it's too closely tied to the White Witch and everything else that I just don't think we're ready to face that yet.
Okay. One other question: why did Lex and Falcarol see the White Witch when you guys were entering the Caves of Hunger?
Because they're possessed.
So, does that help with prioritizing what your next step is? Oh, you're muted, Hobbs.
I said no, it makes it worse.
Dither.
I mean, scouting the location Evermelt where the White Witch is, I think is probably just seems like an obvious first choice, and then we can regroup and think about what to do after that if we have to.
So one thing you can consider, guys, is that remember there is apparently a hole on the top of the cave, where a hole in the Rugged Glacier itself, on the very top where Icing Death used to fly out and then fly back. So if you've got the advantage of aerial transport, you may be able to be transported above that and then drop down into the chamber.
Yes.
I like that idea.
That might also be safer for the Goliath and the Griffin as well too, as they drop you on the glacier, a mile or so away from the actual camp. That may provide you a way of getting there. You would be way out in the open. There's not a lot of cover and whatnot in the top of a glacier, but it also is probably an unexpected way of approaching, though there is, of course, the danger of traveling across a glacier's edge. So,
yeah. Well, there's not a lot of places to cover in a tundra anyway, so glaciers.
Very true. Very true.
I think I like glacier plan. Oh, okay. With Netherese ruins.
If we see them on the way.
Yeah, if we're flying over, we can do a couple of circles or whatever.
Yeah, I think they would have been looted a long time ago if they would have been seen from the air. There's that dragon flying around.
Well, and both of the ones you found were very, very buried.
Exactly. So I don't think we're going to find any from the air.
Yeah. So
we'll just go right to Evermelt.
When you do have, so there are more. There's more to the Caves of Hunger than you have explored thus far, and there is that arcane device that apparently will transport people as well.
We don't have, yeah.
One thing we talked about on Discord, you guys were mentioning the spirits of hunger and the influence that tentacled thing may have. Remember that the Nothic, that crazy one-eyed creature that you guys faced at the bottom of the tower, that warped creature or warped being. Where is it? No, that's the Mind Runner. Those things were spirits of hunger, or creatures of hunger at least as well, because they were draining some of your life essence, weren't they? These guys.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
And they kept hoarding the magical stuff. So if they were a different kind of warped spirit of hunger, I wonder how that plays in. I wonder. So, what is the plan of action then, guys? Are you taking advantage of the transport?
Yeah.
Yeah. To the hole.
Destination
Evermelt.
Evermelt. Okay, how far away from Evermelt do you want to be left? I'm going to zoom back in here.
Lex points out that Store's comment about not having a magical weapon does ring true. You know, we've got guys here that have multiple weapons or don't. Store has nothing to affect, you know, creatures that require magic.
I do have the smile.
Charm them. He can give them a charm spell from his grin.
I could give him. I could. If he wants to use that Delver's staff. That's magical.
Does it have a bonus to hit?
I believe it does. It's let me check. What is it? I think it's a +3 if I recall. Yeah. Yep, +3. So, would that be of interest to Store? I realize it's not a sword, but
I am proficient or specialized with two-handed weapons.
Mm.
yeah. So I will graciously depart with. It served me well.
So that would drop
You
your
get to determine whether or not it is a gracious move or not.
So that was a
I will probably do this.
Hold on. So that was a Delvers. Are you able to cut and paste the stats for it, Brandon?
I'm trying to. Yeah. I hopefully I've got everything that's relevant here.
Okay. Double check here.
That's.
Always know. Oh yeah, that's pretty badass.
Yeah.
Oh, it is pretty good.
Yep.
It was useful. It did that one Wraith or whatever we hit pretty hard with, and it did like 16 damage to it.
Yeah, so it's +3 weapon.
And that should be its current charges left.
Mm-hmm.
So you can wait until you know if you hit before you spend the charges to do extra damage. So that's useful.
Yeah, so you spend an extra charge. It says there. No, it's actually not 6. It's +1d6. So if you spend a charge, it does 1d6 +3 extra damage. If you spend 2 charges, it's 1d6 +6 extra damage. And if 3 are expended, it's 1d6 +9 extra damage.
Okay.
It's better than that.
Yeah, it's better than what's listed there.
Yeah, I wrote that confusingly, I think.
Okay. Yeah, that's no, not confusingly. It's completely incorrect.
Well, okay, fair enough. I feel like I used it correctly, even if that's what was written there, though.
Okay. All right. Then, guys, we'll get you guys in there, and then let's talk about what... There we go.
All right.
Oh, wrong thing.
Oh, and it weighs... I don't know. Well, it probably weighs as much as a quarterstaff, right?
Yeah. And remember, it will reduce the weapon speed by 3 as well, too. And then...
Yeah.
I think Store's two-handed weapon specialization or weapon proficiency... Style proficiency, that reduces it by, I think, 3 again, doesn't it?
I think so. Yeah, I'd have to look, but that sounds accurate.
So it's like a negative is what he's getting?
Always a 1, I think.
So quarterstaff has a weapon speed or speed factor of 4. So actually, Hobbs, you'll be subtracting 2
-2
from the initiative score.
I should have gave this to you a long time ago.
Well, I'm also a sword and board specialist, so there's kind of a
throwback.
But
Okay,
that's fine. That's cool.
all right. Then, guys. Okay, so is there anything else you wish to do before you guys depart?
Pair of spells.
How much weight did you say it was?
4 pounds is what I wrote.
Okay.
And the baby Yeti.
Oh yeah, we didn't even. Well, we'll leave it to.
Baby Yeti.
So they are not letting the Yeti in here, but Falcro has been going out to feed it and spend time with it. So, yeah.
Cola would also be upset if that was not the case.
Yeah. No, I got... when John's here next, I'll bring it out, but I got a prop, too. Beetle and Grimm's makes a stuffed Yeti.
Oh yeah, you posted that in the.
Oh, yeah, Discord. All right,
Yeah.
so guys, then let's see what the weather's gonna be like for when you depart. So, weatherman, if you will. The
We ain't going nowhere tomorrow.
yeah, you are going nowhere. Holy shit!
Anything else to identify, guys?
Holy smokes! So yeah, that's near Hurricane. You know what? I mean, thematically, that fits incredibly well. So it's a blizzard basically that you guys face when you try and depart. It's almost as if the will of the White Witch is turned against you. Excuse me. So you will have another day. The Goliaths also, before you departed, they want to know whether there is any, like, do you need assistance with this? They have warriors who will go with you.
Oh yeah.
I mean, the
Lex looks to Bojo.
Bojo will certainly come. Yeah.
This is a good opportunity for Kolo to practice his leatherworking skills and continue to work on his crag cat cloak
Okay.
and mantle.
Okay.
So I'll spend the day doing that.
The crag cat, the pet of the tribe, looks at you sadly.
Oh, I don't do it. Come on, I'm not an asshole. I'm not going to do it right there.
Sits in front of the crag cat, weaving little.
I just stare at it the whole time.
If we're waiting another day, I'm gonna start trying to copy some more spells in my book.
Sure.
I have armor. I'll try to do armor.
Okay.
So I'll make that roll, right, to learn spell.
Okay. So that, so this day, do you wish to have anyone accompany you? Like, are you guys planning on going it alone? During the time when you guys were prepping spells and whatnot, the Griffins will transport Gernig back to Wyrmdoom Crag, but you do need to have some instructions for him for if you want them to come in and assist as well. Or do you want them to... Is there some other greater threat that you think they need to prep for? Or is healing the tribes enough for you?
I think we
Can I
leave
Can
it
I
at
discuss
option.
the druid? Does she have a way of healing people who've been drained?
If you're asking whether she'll cast restoration on you, she will not.
Okay, well, thought I'd ask.
Yeah.
We have a ring that does that.
Yeah, we've got enough charges, have we? Oh, we've had
No,
2 new
we're-
ones. 2 more.
Yeah, that brings us to 9. So I need 10 for a restoration. So I'm working on it. It's a slow build.
So we've all got rope and climbing stuff, haven't we?
Yep.
Yep.
We
We did use and lose a bit of rope in some of our misadventures in the caves and mountains, so we may want to replenish rope stock.
Okay. All right, so Grimm's added another spell to his slate. Which one did you copy, Grimm?
Armor.
Nice. Good
Yeah.
call.
Yeah.
All right.
So to confirm, the idea is they'll drop us off, we'll go adventuring, and then we have a pre-arranged pickup time?
This is either a one-way trip, or if we survive, it won't matter how we get back.
Well, in that case, we're going to have to take camping equipment for the trek back.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to prep before you guys head out?
We're gonna have to take all the rations and stuff and redistribute them, because we can't keep them on a pack ram.
Yeah, that's right. You have to leave Alehead behind.
Well, I was thinking, if they drop us off near it, what we could do is do a supply cache and hide it. Because we can't go around with, like, 100-pound packs of food and tent components while we're adventuring.
Sounds
I
good.
quite like the idea of setting up a cache nearby that we can then stash the heavy stuff. that we used to come back with.
Try that. I'm going to carry my food on me.
Pre-arranged pickup and like have a flare gun or something that we fire and they come and they do a.
What do you guys think?
Here come the Griffins.
Oh, I'm thinking more like the opening scenes of We Were Soldiers. You know, you imagine hearing the Ulian pipes or something as the Griffins fly in.
So, unless you guys have some way now, maybe the priest could answer this, but message is that able to transport 8 miles? I think that's the distance between Sky Tower Shelter and Evermelt. 8 and
Message?
change. Yeah,
Is that a priest spell?
it is. Yeah.
Oh,
Falcro has that, does he not?
I
Doesn't
think
he use that for asshole?
I think so. Yeah. That's what made me think of it. It's just because if you guys there's not going to be flares you could send up, or at the very least, it's unlikely they'd be seen in these conditions. But if you had a spell that could communicate with someone back at Sky Tower Shelter, you may be able to have a way of exfiltrating from here.
Cast it on the animal, and then it lasts a day per level. So
Asshole could make its way back to Sky Tower Shelter.
yeah, messenger. Yeah, okay.
So I think there's a montage of Store practicing with this Delver's staff, because I do have another specialization slot now I just got, so
Okay.
I can be specialized with that,
Sweet.
which is a little weird, but it's growth, I guess.
Yeah. You grow with it. It's a slow segue into becoming a rogue and then eventually a first edition bard. Or a thief.
Well, I think I'm going to become a priest so I can take the one of command instead, and then be no. I'm just kidding.
I still have a potion of magic resistance and a potion of magic missile avoidance, and if I've got this cloak, I probably don't need one of those. So,
Okay.
Anybody want that?
yeah. Especially the magic missile. I don't think I'm going to get any use out of that anymore.
The tribe will also supply you guys with. Give us a 2d3 roll, please.
That's not an easy roll.
2.
How about that?
Unfortunately, they're giving you everything. They're emptying out their stores for store, but they give you 2 more healing potions.
okay.
All right. And then, it comes to... so, do I have it right that you were going to fly there? You're going to be dropped about a mile away from where the entrance to Evermelt is. The Griffins will fly back, and then they will wait to see Asshole again. And then that will be when they go back and meet you at the place they drop you off.
Yep. And we're going to hide our camping supplies there?
Yeah.
Is that the plan?
So, unfortunately, I don't think that the Stone Wolf can be transported by air.
Oh.
So that will have to remain behind. Asshole and the keg of beer will have to remain behind as well.
Or alehead.
Or we could just dump the keg into the
Alehead.
It won't
So-
take all that much.
into the container.
So I'm going to make a separate
How much
list
do we
inside the park.
What was
I
that,
kind
Dave?
of thought-
Hold on, guys. What was that, Dave?
I'm going to make a separate list within the party rations. It'll be party rations and at Sky Tower Shelter.
Okay. Mo,
So
what was,
stuff that we're leaving at Sky Tower Shelter, I'll just put it in the separate list below.
okay. Mo, what was your question?
I think we'd use some of the beer for other things, and I'm kind of assuming we probably donated some of it to Usco's wake, as it were.
I think Kevin actually explicitly said that we've used at least half of it.
Yep.
All right. So
I mean,
maybe
if we haven't, what kind of pussies are we? Jesus. We're carrying this beer around for 30 sessions. Let's go.
Either drink it or
It's been out so it's probably frozen, so all the alcohol's probably separated.
or it's gone skanky.
No. Hold on a second. There's no way in this universe that a dwarf would have allowed that to happen. We would have before it got to that point.
And you better get your shit together, Cola, because I haven't heard you say any drinking it up.
Well, let's just say I had a good 6 pints of it last night at the party then.
All right. So then, guys,
4 keg cat skins, cola. You're using those already?
Well, I'm using the one to.
We're all getting cakes made of them. Or
Okay,
Oh.
so
All right.
Really make for everybody.
yep. Okay. Now, Dave, would you kind of give us a roll for weather once again? Let's see what the conditions are like the following day. There you go. There's your day. All right. So, guys, you can picture for yourself how your characters feel the first time that you leap off from the launch point on Sky Tower Shelter and the Griffins take wing and leave the ground so far away, a swirling mist of snow, as you guys make your way out into the wilds. Early in the morning, you pass a small, maybe 30 group tribe. You can see well below you. Because of Dave's awesome roll here, there is snow, but it is quite light. And you can see that there is a group of about 30 gnolls that seems to be traveling in a north-western direction. So it seems as if either there are the community at the Caves of Hunger is still sending people out, or perhaps moving. This seems more heavily encumbered than the roving band that you guys encountered. The 2 roving bands you guys encountered. Hi. Anna says hi. Hello. Hello.
Yo.
5 minutes early.
I know. Yes. Thank you for bringing me the ball. So, and then when you guys reach past those peaks, you arc to the east and continue flying along. It is several hours. You're all bundled up as well, too. If you don't have the stuff, they have quartz, what do you call it? Quartz things. You do, actually. You get XP for finding new areas. There are goggles that are made out of a fine, honed down piece of quartz, and you guys all have goggles on, big leather, basically children's clothes for some of you, because the Goliaths have it too big. Unless you've got clothes that keep yourself safe. All right, honey. Can you hear the gnolls? Yeah, all right. I hear you. Okay. Alrighty. And it's only shortly before noon by the time you guys arrive and are dropped off. Roughly a mile away from Sky Tower Shelter, or from Evermelt. Do I have that right? Oh, I gotta drop you a little further back. And guys, so we will end our session with you guys unpacking everything from the Griffin. If things are too much, or the supplies you were taking were too much for any one Griffin, they've sent extras along that carry just gear. So you can picture them being dropped off. You're burying this stuff into a safe place, keeping a careful eye on where this stuff has been supplied, and then the wing of Griffins takes flight and heads back south, leaving you guys and a mere mile between yourselves and the domain of the White Witch. So, with that, guys, let's bring it to a close. So, let's get some XP awarded here, because you identified a lot of magic items here. Any Astonishing Fortune left?
Well, it didn't use it all, I don't think.
We used to
it's 1, so it should be 3. Count.
4.
Four. So, yep. All
I
right.
brought fortune with me.
Okay, let's see here. Are you bringing Osten with you? That's probably a yes, right?
Yeah.
Are you bringing anyone else with you?
Yeah, I thought we were reading.
Bocho and Jellicu are both happy to travel with you as well.
Yeah.
What about Gernig? He was heading off there. We'll open it up to if the other tribe wants to send.
Yeah, I think so. So they would probably send another. If you've got Bocho and Jellicu coming with you, Gernig and perhaps one other member, just to not overload the Griffins. Would you like to have an extra?
The chieftain. We can challenge him to see
Well, you didn't do that, so
Okay, fair enough.
We'll say yes to more. To
Okay.
Yeah, whatever that send us.
so I will tell
you
you
can
who.
decide.
I'll tell you who's available for next one. Okay, so then
He said it's the
guys.
kid with the sling.
Yeah, exactly. I'm ready to learn, mister. Oh, god damn it. Okay, guys, so for today, you guys earned a total of 1,866 XP. And let me adjust Ostens before I forget. Holy crap. One more session like that, guys, and Osten will be a regular monster.
1,668.
1866. That's what you guys got. Yeah, pretty impressive. All right, so then, for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for yet another session 57, I believe, of our quarantine campaign. Our heroes seem poised to take on the White Witch herself. That is very exciting. And I'm sure that will only cost the lives of a few of our heroes. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the session, the campaign, or the game we're playing, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section of the video, and I will endeavor to reply in a timely fashion. In addition, you can reach me on Twitter at Dungeon Musings, and you can reach me by email. My email address is dungeonmusings@gmail.com. And you can also find a link in the description of this video right down there, a link to the Dungeon Musings Discord server, which has channels dedicated to this campaign, this game, and every other campaign we run on the channel. You are more than welcome to join us over there. There's tons of great other channels as well, too, including finding a group, including getting advice on virtual tabletops and setting up streaming. Tons of great people, tons of great conversation. You are more than welcome over there. In addition, there's also a link in the description to the Heroes Save Villages charity campaign. That's the charity initiative we run on the channel. It benefits the SOS Children's Villages International Charity, active in over 130 countries, that benefits over 80,000 orphaned and abandoned children. From now, time of recording is January 17, so January 17 until April 1st, 2021. For every $25 that you donate, you will get one chance to win one of the very, very cool prizes that we have for our first charity raffle of 2021. The grand prize for that is a copy of Beetle and Grimm's incredible Platinum Edition Icewind Dale Rime of the Frostmaiden box set, which has a ton of great stuff in it, as well as a huge amount of maps, miniatures. It's just an amazing, amazing product. You can find elsewhere on the channel a video I shot to compare what's in the Platinum Edition to the Silver Edition. And speaking of the Silver Edition, if you don't win the Platinum Edition, that's our second prize. So 2 copies that feature many of the maps and the adventures and locales that we use in this campaign, but supercharged for use and awesome in-person play. If you don't win those, you still have other cool stuff, including an amazing chainmail dice bag made by our resident armor smith here, Dave, and a bunch of great stuff like posters and t-shirts and whatnot from the Dungeon Musings Redbubble shop. So there are a ton of great prizes that you can win, and it's for every $25 that you donate that you'll get a chance to win one of those prizes. In addition, you're also going to have a say in the charity sessions that we're playing between now and the raffle. So we have 2 more charity sessions, and you will help us select what games we'll be playing for those. And you may also be able to participate in outfitting the party. We just had this past weekend our first session of 2021, and the generous donors to date who have already raised more than $1,300, which blows my mind that it's already, not even 3 weeks in, and we're already well past a quarter of the annual goal I set. So a huge thank you to everyone who's donated so far. But not only have they been generously assisting the kids who benefit from it, they have helped our heroes by spending some of that money to help outfit our heroes with magic items, with consumable items. So you're going to have more opportunities to do that and participate in what's happening on the channel as well. Oh, nice. Oh, thanks, Tom. I didn't even check. Thank you. Well, that's very, very generous of you. Thank you. Then, For those, last thing I will say is that if you are joining us during the current crisis, we do hope that this finds you. Oh, hold on. One last thing I need to thank here. Speaking of the awesome players or the awesome participants in this, of course, we would be nowhere without our awesome players. So, Mo, Hobbs, Dave, Brandon, and Andrew, thank you so much for playing today, guys. This was great. It was fun. You guys did a hell of a job with the game of boasts, so congratulations on that. I also gave the players no warning that was going to happen, so they had zero time to prep for it. Last thing I'll say is, again, for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us. Whether you're participating in the raffle or not, we appreciate you joining us. If you do want to be sure not to miss any future sessions, be sure to click on the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to be notified when you go live. You can also find the schedule for the coming week posted every Sunday on the community tab of the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel, on the Dungeon Musings Discord server, and on Twitter. So lots of ways to keep track, lots of ways to be sure to know what is coming and what we're playing next. With that, I will say, if you're joining us during the current crisis that gave rise to this campaign, we do hope that this finds you healthy, safe, and weathering the current crisis at least as well as can be expected. We hope that we gave you a few hours, take your mind off of the troubles of our world, and think about the troubles that our heroes keep getting themselves into. And until we see you again, stay safe, stay healthy, and happy gaming.